Think of any great songwriter is how he handles the elusive emotion of romantic love. Of course, Berlin gave us so many songs from so many different genres, the great Fred Astaire rhythm numbers, and these vaudeville numbers, but here is Mr. Berlin, rather, on love. Everything went wrong, and the whole day long I feel so blue. For the longest while I forget to smile. Then I met you. Now that my blue days are past, now that I've found you at last, I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always. Days may not be fair always, that's when I'll be there always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Days may not be fair always, that's when I'll be there always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How high is the sky? This was intended to be in a Marx Brothers movie. that song. They always wanted to have one big ballad, and George S. Kaufman was directing it and writing the book. Actually, they were working on it at the Ritz Hotel in Atlantic City, getting away from everyone to work on this show. And Irving Berlin was an insomniac, and he liked to create his great work at night. That's when he wrote, "Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning," it meant something in his own life. So he wrote this ballad, he wrote a ballad, and he called George S. Kaufman, apparently, in the middle of the night, woke him up, and he said, "I want to sing this song for you. I finally figured it out." George S. Kaufman, a noted curmudgeon, was not exactly pleased to be awakened in the middle of the night. But anyway, he knew that that was Berlin's way. So he listened to the song, and Berlin said, "Well, what do you think? What do you think, George?" He said, "Well, it's okay, but to me, the lyric represents a little bit more of a commitment that I'm comfortable with." "Oh, really?" "I think you should change it to 'I'll be loving you Thursday.'" Berlin hung up the phone, and the song did not go into the show. That's about how that goes. There's a collection of songs that I use to form my acts a lot of times, and it's called "Songs I Learned at My Mother's Knee and Other Low Joints." It's a fascinating volume. And actually, she played the piano in the family, so I used to lie under the piano and hear a bit of Chopin, but a lot of George Gershwin and Cole Porter. This song, however, was not learned in that fashion. But I did learn it later. It was introduced in the early 30s by Eddie Cantor.